Okay, so my apples are totally soaked in wine and sprinkled with brown sugar and cinnamon. I debated on putting butter on them, but I'm going to bake them for a while and see if I can get away with just baking them without the butter. Of course, if they start to dry out or something, I definitely will add something in there, but bake these until they're done, and then I'll make my cake batter and get to work. Okay, I baked the apples almost all the way. They're almost all the way done, but I'm going to go ahead and put them in the cakes now because the cakes have to cook for a time too. I will attest to this. Cinnamon apples are so much better with wine. I just tried one of the little pieces. Oh my gosh, are these good. I could just eat these just like this and forget the cake. I mean, really. Okay, I decided just to put these two big apples in the cake batter. That cake batter is just like it's a basic white cake batter, and then I added applesauce instead of the water into the cake. So everything's the same with the cake batter except for no water, use applesauce instead. And I'm actually going to make 3 cakes, but I'm making them in my convection oven, so I only have room for 2 right now, but what I'm going to do is just bake these 2 apples in there, in each one, and then I'm going to make a crumble crust to go on the top of it and like drizzle it with molasses and melted cream cheese frosting and cinnamon and sugar. And I'm going to cut up the rest of the little pieces of apple, the ones that I don't eat, while I'm waiting for this to bake anyways. Ha ha ha. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to eat them. But I'm going to chop them up and put them on the top with the crumble crust. And voila, cakeys. I decided not to use the cream cheese frosting because there's so much damn sugar in this cake. And the little chunks of apple on the top were just genius because they turned out sort of like soft dehydrated. So they have that roasted taste, and you bite into them and they're kind of gummy, and then you get that sour apple taste. And I tried to drizzle the molasses across it. You can kind of see I did, but it sort of soaked into the crumble crust. So, but this is one of the more fun cakes I've ever made. I had a good time doing this. Hope you enjoyed. Hit like. Okay, this is the final cake. This is more aesthetically pleasing to me and what I wanted. But the thing was, for some goofy reason, I was thinking that... I'm sorry, I'm trying to take my molasses lid off, and I need to get married so I can have a guy to film me. That would be kind of crappy, wouldn't it? Honey, I only married you because I needed somebody to video me. But so... Anyways, for some goofy reason, I thought that if I put the crumble crust on the raw cake batter, that it would sink down in, so I didn't. So what I did was I baked it until it was like 20 minutes to go, and then I put the crumble crust on the other ones, and it turned out really messy, and you couldn't see the apple rings, which is what I wanted. So this one's actually better. And normally, like, I use something like this to drizzle molasses. You just dip it in the molasses and just, drizzle it. But being as I don't have much molasses left, I'm just going to let it pour, I think. Oh, that might not be a good idea. Oh, yeah, it is. That's doing it good. Oop, I got a nice blob there. Didn't mean to do that. But, you'll see how it's kind of soaking down into it after a few minutes here. But that's actually better. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But you see it's already starting to absorb down in there. So maybe the frosting would have been the better choice, but it is what it is. And I'll tell you, I tried a bite of the other cake, and it's absolutely extraordinary. It's kind of cool living by yourself, because like if you make cake in a little cake pan like this, like you can literally just take it out of the refrigerator and just eat it with a spoon right out of the pan, and nobody's here to complain about it. Okay, so I did take one cake to my friend, to my best friend, so, and she said it smelled good. All right, we'll see. Okay, bye.